Catechism reminds us that angels are spiritual creatures who glorify God and work for our salvation. The Church venerates angels who help us on the journey to God and protect every human being. Now, some angels turned from God, against God, and were driven from his presence. Led by Satan and followers called devils, they tempt us to evil. By the way, let's remember that we cannot become angels, or especially that we're not converted into angels after we die, because we are higher creatures than those who are merely spirits. When Jesus was born, he did not come to earth as an angel, but one like us, fully human, the Word made flesh. It's one of the reasons the fallen angels are our enemies, is their jealousy that we are like God's sons, spirits with flesh. One of the things that comes along with being human is that we have many wild beasts that we're contending with all the time. Struggles with family and friends and work, anxieties about what's happening in our world, contending with temptation, at times falling into sin, especially those struggles when those sins become addictive habits. Doubts about God's goodness in the midst of tragedy, especially the accident that happened Friday morning that claimed the lives of our 2 area teens. Lots of wild beasts. Yet in the midst of these beasts, God sent angels to Jesus. We are never alone, especially in the midst of temptation. Eucharist is our experience of the covenant, the connection between heaven and earth. We come here together. We have each other. And during this experience of the Eucharist, we experience heaven itself. Jesus is truly with us, especially present to us in the sacrament which we call the bread of angels. What do you think God is doing for us right now and throughout our daily life? We're not the Son of God and second person of the Trinity, who himself had angels minister to him. And we heard in the second reading, after the resurrection, in heaven, now has all authority over angels and all the heavenly powers. So what do we get? Well, for starters, we each have a guardian angel. And God is often surrounding us with a legion of other angels, because we are not the Son of God. And do you think these angels are soft and cuddly and maybe good for a pillow fight? Evil spirits and wild beasts are getting an onslaught of fierce protection, who are winning the battle for us, because Jesus already defeated the powers of evil through his death on the cross and resurrection from the dead. That's one of the reasons the dying and rising of Jesus is the focus of the Lenten season. But isn't God loving and kind and gentle? Yes, he is. But here's a phrase I recently ran across that was by Pope Francis. He was describing our mission as church to live out the gospel and share it with others. Nobody can go off to battle unless he is fully convinced of victory beforehand. Christian triumph is always a cross, yet a cross which at the same time is victorious, with aggressive tenderness against the assaults of evil. Aggressive tenderness. Yes, God's love is aggressive. It also has tenderness. So when we, like Jesus, are in the desert and are contending with temptation and with wild beasts, we also have many angels ministering to us. This Lent, let us repent and believe in the gospel. Let us believe in the aggressive tenderness of God.